Spyfall Part Two was another action-packed episode of Doctor Who, full of references to past stories. Here are 6 Easter eggs you might have missed. Number 1. References to old masters. We saw one of the tissue compression eliminator's victims in Part 1, but the device itself made its reappearance in this story in redesigned form. Now a small box with a ring pull operating mechanism. The Doctor's comment about the Eiffel Tower being like Jodrell Bank refers back to the Pharos Project telescope, from which the 4th Doctor fell and was mortally wounded, thanks to the Master's intervention, in 1981's Logopolis. The Master's response, "Did I ever apologise for that?" could be said to subtly tie back in to Missy's redemption arc from Series 10. In particular here, I'm thinking of the scene from the end of The Lie of the Land, which saw an emotional Missy lamenting the deaths that she'd been responsible for. The Master's request for the Doctor to say my name echoed a similar scene from The Sound of Drums, in which the John Sim Master tells the 10th Doctor that, "I like it when you use my name." The 4 beats of Morse code which the Doctor sends to the Master also hark back to a plot point from the RTD era, the infamous 4 knocks which drove Sim's Master mad, and ultimately provided the Time Lords with a means of returning to our universe in the end of time. Number 2. The French Connection. Part of the episode was set in Paris 1943, including an impressive Doctor-Master confrontation atop the Eiffel Tower. But this is far from the first time that the Doctor has ended up in the French capital. Most notably, 1979's City of Death was set in the city, the first time that Doctor Who location filming had taken place outside of the UK. Other stories to feature Paris over the years include The Reign of Terror, The Massacre, The Girl in the Fireplace, and Vincent and the Doctor. Number 3. A reused actor and a reused location. Firstly, the reused actor, and this is something that I hadn't noticed until I saw someone else point it out. But mathematician Charles Babbage, colleague of Ada Lovelace, was played by Mark Dexter, who previously appeared as Cal's father in Silence of the Library / Forest of the Dead. As for the reused location, the side of the Glamorgan building, part of Cardiff University, doubled as wartime Paris for a brief shot of Nor and Ada running down a street. The exact same spot was used in Boomtown for the scene of Margaret Slitheen running away, and the Doctor teleporting her straight back. One of the episode's most humorous moments involved Yaz's dad, Hakim, declaring the strange goings-on with digital technology to be proof of a conspiracy. Hakim had previously been convinced of another conspiracy in enactment in the UK, going as far to collect bags of toxic waste as evidence. It looks like this obsession could become a bit of a running gag. Number 5. Return of the Memory Wipe. At the end of the adventure, the Doctor places her hand on the temples of both Ada and Nor to erase their memories of her, a technique previously deployed to save Donna in Journey's End, and attempted on Bill in the pilot. Ada's reluctance to have her memories wiped echoed both Bill and Donna's responses. Number 6. Gallifrey and the Timeless Child. Just like the 12th Doctor in Death in Heaven, the 13th Doctor decides to pay a visit to her home planet, having been tipped off by her old nemesis, the Master. Despite it looking a little bit worse for wear, at least on this occasion the Master wasn't lying about the planet's coordinates. Nevertheless, in both instances, the Doctor is justifiably enraged by what they find. And you'll almost certainly recall that the Timeless Child was first mentioned by the remnants in the Ghost Monument. But what does all this mean going forward? Well, we'll just have to wait and see. I really hope you've enjoyed this video and that it's perhaps made you learn something new, pointed something out that you hadn't noticed before. As with the last video I did, which got a great response, please do post anything in the comments, any observations that you've made, anything that I've missed, anything that I've got wrong. If I've got anything wrong, do correct me. And yeah, I'll see you for a joint review of Spyfall Parts 1 and 2 later this week, so please do subscribe for that. If you are not subscribed to me already, I would really appreciate that. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching, and goodbye for now.